From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Tonight, we kick off Week 7 with a great Thursday night matchup here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Let's get set. Wide 80.
Right to the air is Burrow. It's complete to Brown, right side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in the game.
The Bengals at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. They're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
So on 4th down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
So well done there. These punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now is really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They'll run with a rookie drafted in the 3rd round.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Throwing now is Rodgers. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down. Now, this defense for the Bengals, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Here's Johnson again on 2nd down.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
You talk about this Bengals defense.
And they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And he will have the Steelers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often. Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
319! Run right!
To throw, it's Rodgers. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, get a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
First down. 319!
Rodgers to throw once more. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
2nd and 10.
Here's Rodgers.
Now a screen set up for Johnson.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Now runs straight ahead to Warren. And he will have a Steelers first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
319.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Steelers. 319.
Johnson running right. Shoves him aside. He'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
319.
They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. And power running here down the 6-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
319. Yeah, this. 319.
Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Defense really sold out there to stop the run. Understandable down near the goal line. Now on 2nd down, you have to wonder, might we see play action here and a flip right over the top?
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
258.
Warren is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now Rodgers. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0.
Bengals, nothing. Chris Boswell to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll be
be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go.
Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can. That went out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. The mistake there by the offense, Charles, they tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick six.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tabbed as one of the best in the league the prior season.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
32-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. A quick hitter complete. It's Brown. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
It's third.
Ready?
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Here we go.
Now Burrow loses the football. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
On one, ready? Let's get set. Start.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Gun. Start.
Now Burrow. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it up. That now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception, tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead...
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. DK Metcalf with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
Chris
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard
I'm one. Ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go. Here we go.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
11. Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.